many people become stuck in their houses because they cannot get decent sales prices. Hello everyone, welcome to my podcast. For a start, I need to tell you how this story began, because every story has a beginning. And it's also a story of transformation. My husband Jan and I are no different to scores of other people who embarked on the voyage of property ownership many, many years ago. Firm in the belief that owning a property would be part of shaping our financial standing in the years to come. After acquisition, we worked for our house in every conceivable way. It entailed maintenance, establishing a garden, settling down, making everything better. The work that was required, we did. Over the years, however, we were not blind to the currents that were starting to shape the world around us. We noticed the degradation that was starting to become visible around us. The financial situation, the economy of our country was starting to have an effect on what was happening around us. But like everybody else, we were caught up in busyness and endless obligations that everybody know about. You just do what you need to do to be able to pay for everything that you have to pay for when you own a house. This means you have to pay for insurance, mortgage repayments, maintenance, property rates and taxes. There's a lot to be paid, but yet one persists in buying and owning that house because it's like a safety net. It's a place you're creating where you want to raise your family. You want security and safety for your family. That's one of the base decisions on why you acquire a property. But you also have in mind that it needs to be an investment, because everywhere you are told that owning property is a good investment. And the scope of property investments available attests to this fact. It's an enormous industry where hundreds of millions of rands and all over the world are invested into property because it remains a tangible asset. That is why it is such a sought after asset. Then, once our children had left, we found ourselves in a new chapter of our lives. We had vacant rooms, some cash on hand, and experience gained from being involved in the real estate industry for over 30 years. So we created a self-catering apartment, and at the same time, as fate would have it, I came across a course that taught us the secrets of listing your property on Airbnb. We listed our property on Airbnb and other platforms, and it was a resounding success. So much so that we decided to go bigger, and one became 3. Our house worked for us for the first time ever. It was very lucrative. Fast forward 3 years later, and we decided the time had come to sell our house. I brought in real estate agents who I had high regard for from being involved in the real estate industry, but they came back with dishearteningly low valuations. They advised us to accept the price that the market dictated, which meant we had to absorb a large financial knock. That was not acceptable to us. So we decided to step back and rethink everything for a while. But we knew our property was special. We had found the sweet spot at the intersection of owning a residence that is an income-generating machine at the same time. All we needed to do was to change the way that buyers looked at our house. With strategic positioning, we marketed our house ourselves, sold it within a month for 41.2% more than any of our neighbors could get. So we then had an epiphany. We thought that we could share our knowledge and experience with other people in the same situation, or even homeowners who are not yet ready to sell, but who know they want to sell in the future. And that was how the My House Works 3-step system was born. It's an innovative approach to selling your house for more money in any market. The time is ripe to create a new chapter that redefines the notion of property ownership. You possess the means to unleash your property's full spectrum of value. At the same time, you get to serve your community and to forge a legacy of enduring relevance. Jan and I have created choices for ourselves. We no longer had to accept a financial knock. We now have different choices than we had before because we could attain a very decent price for our house. We are now free to go where we want to make different choices. Otherwise, we would simply have remained stuck in our house, unable to go anywhere. And I think many people become stuck in their houses because they cannot get decent sales prices. Well, if you use our 3-step system, it will guide you on how to use your own knowledge, your own skills, your own interests in conjunction with your house to defy the market, just as we did.